Good morning and welcome to ONNtv's Mornings with Luann and Tim. And how was your long weekend? You're still sick.
Whose fault is that? She gave me a cold a week and a half ago. Hers is gone. Mine's still here. Wait.
I had mine for 3 days.
Doesn't that sound nice?
Mine was 3 days. I think you're just unhealthy.
How is my... We're sorry we're a little late getting going. I didn't have a voice, and it's not because of this. It's because of my microphone. But anyway, it's always my fault, never yours.
Yeah,
Everything
it's
Luann
always
does is
his
perfect.
fault. Well, you know what? No, it's true. So you saw fireworks, but you didn't see a ton.
We had fireworks. I didn't see... Well, I did walk out to the road, and I looked down the street, and I could see the city's fireworks kind of over the treetops. A little bit.
We were going to climb the roof.
But it rained.
So we said, nah, maybe not.
Then we had our own fireworks show that Keith does every year.
Yes. How was that?
Expensive.
Was it nice,
and
though?
Dirty. My pool.
Oh, is it dirty?
Well, you should see all the stuff in the pool floating around. That stuff explodes and things
Well, yeah,
fly. I had to go to the neighbors,
right?
both the neighbors' yards today and yesterday rather, and clean up all the debris from the fireworks. Our fireworks show, how long was the city's fireworks? Anybody? How long? Oh, it went 30 minutes. Ours were 24 minutes of fireworks.
Wow. Holy moly.
Yes. And anyway, no, I had to
Do they make you nervous at all?
Yeah. Well, he's really good though. I mean,
Is he? Yeah.
Well, he goes to, can I say the name of the place where he goes, or should I not do that?
Nah, do it.
He goes to Fat Boy Fireworks, and so they take really good care of him, and they talk him through, like, they'll set up, he says, I want this, I want that, and they show him videos, and then he chooses, and then they sequence them, and they'll say, so if you do these ones, and then lead him to this one, like, they help him plan the whole thing out, and then he knows about, he works in film.
Yes.
So he works with explosives and stuff all the time. So he's very safe. He knows how to do it, and everything is all.
He lives with you, so he does work with explosive all the time.
Ba-dum-ching. And then he goes with his little blowtorch, and he lights, and then he stands back, and then a thing will go off, and then he goes back and starts another row, and then he goes back. So it's like non-stop.
Wow.
It's quite incredible to witness how he does it.
It must be an adrenaline rush.
I know. I actually sit there and I get scared the whole time. But all the people, other guests are like, whoa.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. And we're all way back, like, they're in the pool house or on the deck or whatever. So we're all
careful.
Well, of course, you're safe by the pool, and then in the morning you realize, well, look at all this stuff that came flying at us that's now floating in the pool. Anyway, so how was your Canada Day on the roof in the rain?
It was awesome. We didn't do the roof, so we stayed in and watched a movie instead. Yeah, and then
Did you watch a Canadian film?
No.
Traitor!
So yesterday I tried to do some housework and became overheated and almost passed out. And so that wasn't good either. I don't do the heat thing well. The humidity.
And you don't have air conditioning?
No.
Why would you even attempt to clean a house without air conditioning?
Well, there's the bathroom thing. Gotta have a clean bathroom, a clean kitchen, and a clean bedroom. So that's the house, basically.
I wish Keith believed that too, but. And then when you have 30, 40 people traipsing through a yard that has been rained in and coming into your house to use your bathroom.
Slop.
Oh, at one point somebody's like, can I get a towel to put on the floor of your bathroom? I almost wiped out. It's like, oh my gosh. So then I of course I was inside sick. So I just kept coming upstairs and changing towels and putting blankets down. And then I went outside for the fireworks, but for the most part I was inside.
People didn't take their shoes off?
No, I wouldn't have either. When you saw the look of the house, by the time guest number 2 had traipsed through, no.
So, hey, you know what? Good local news. One of the Peregrine Falcons.
Do you want to buy a vowel?
If I knew how to use one, I would. On
Peregrine Falcons.
On the bridge.
Okay.
Just had a little baby girl.
How you know it was a girl?
They said. Who might have questioned?
Fake news. I don't know. Is it how they climb up there and look?
I suppose. I
guess if you can climb up there and walk, you can climb up there and look at the.
And there's a camera on them, so maybe that's how they could tell.
Oh, there is.
Yeah.
There's a camera on the nest, and you can tell if it's a male or a female. Come on, that's not right.
I don't know. I was happy.
Well, I'm happy too that there's a baby girl.
Well, apparently you're not.
Well, no, I just want to know the facts. So it's a peregrine falcon. I didn't really even know that we had falcons living on the bridge. So.
What? Timothy.
I'm in trouble now. She used my full name.
You call yourself a Sioux White. They've been coming back for years and years and years.
Really?
Since I moved to Sault Ste. Marie, I've been hearing about them. 30 years now.
But you never see them?
No.
Maybe,
except for on camera.
Maybe they're mythical.
No, they're not.
No.
They're on camera.
Yeah, well, so was the moon landing on camera, but no one's ever been able to say that really happened.
So that was on Twitter this morning. You know what? Lots of people don't think that happened. The shadows don't fall properly.
They all voted for Trump.
Also on Twitter this morning, a very rare giraffe
was found on top of this international bridge, and it had a baby girl.
No, it was a boy.
Wait, tell me the story. I wasn't paying attention.
Really? South Africa, a woman, an American
Gave birth
woman,
to a giraffe.
shot a very rare black giraffe.
Oh no, that I saw.
And it's all over Twitter this morning.
She was getting called some nasty names.
Happy. She was thrilled. You should have seen her.
Did she not also praise God?
Yes, she did.
Yeah,
she thanked the Lord for letting her shoot a helpless animal.
Giraffe.
She paid for it.
Did she pay for the giraffe? I don't know.
I don't know.
Do you pay to hunt or like? I don't know.
In South Africa, you have to pay to hunt.
Well, I don't think you could pay, and there's not enough money in the world to pay for a rare black giraffe.
You know why too?
What too?
It's not really black.
No, I know. I saw the pictures, but
why do they call it that?
Because it's, I don't know.
Because it's a girl.
So she killed it, and it was fully grown.
Yes. And then
why would you want to shoot
with it?
What are you going to do with a giraffe? What's she going to do with it? The dead giraffe.
So then, of course, you know, the long necks, and she managed to move the head around something like this, and then she stood like wrapped in the neck and the head of the giraffe.
Yeah. Ricky, did you see Ricky Gervais's tweet?
No.
Oh, check that one out.
Oh, he doesn't like that.
Doesn't like her? Doesn't like, no. Mm-hmm.
No, there's no reason. Like you said, what's she going to do?
What are you going to do with a dead giraffe?
You can't stuff it and put it in your house. Unless you have cathedral ceilings.
Don't make me laugh at a dead giraffe.
Don't laugh at a dead giraffe.
A little poem. Let's write a children's song. Don't you laugh at my dead giraffe.
Okay then. That would be a happy little tune for kids to know, wouldn't it? Don't you laugh at my dead giraffe.
I didn't get no sleep. Okay. What's going on today? I'm talking to Christina Coutu. She's right there thinking, what have I gotten myself into?
I'm so scared. She's over there going, Ma. I don't want to do this now.
Social for Justice and Good Works? No, social, is that right? The social, no. Center for Social Justice and Good Works. I was this close. And they have a great program called I Love to Move that starts today. So, and that's at the old convent on Herrick Street, right behind Sacred Heart, between Sacred Heart School and Precious Blood Cathedral. Those are my stomping grounds. I took piano lessons there.
At the convent?
I did, and I want to hear what's going on there now. I'm so glad they saved that building because I think.
Did you get your knuckles wrapped?
No. Well, no.
I did by a nun.
I don't think she actually wrapped them, but she did make me start again whenever I made a mistake. And she would nod her head to keep rhythm, and then every once in a while her glasses would fall off her nose and hit the piano, and she'd say, "I'm sorry, start again." And I never got to a song. It's like, you know what? Get contacts. I want to finish this damn song.
Geez, because you and your glasses.
And then later on, the International Motocross is back. Motorplex. I'll find out when I get off camera what it's really called. But you know where they race the cars? Where I've never. Is it Laird?
Yes.
I hope it's Laird because I just said it.
Yes.
Because were they gone for a couple of years?
Yeah, they were.
Donnie Barco, that great?
Yes.
Okay, well they're back.
Laird.
And they're doing laps apparently, and they're coming to be interviewed by me, and I know nothing about it, so it's really very interesting. So
you don't know anything about it? You sure?
This is what makes, some people would say, this is what makes me a good interviewer, because I know nothing, and so I ask all the pertinent questions.
Let's go with that.
Okay, let's go to commercial and come back with Queen Coutu. Christina,
whoa, Queen. She has her tiara on now.
We'll be back with more Mornings with Luann and Tim. Thanks for being with us this morning. It's going to get better, as I always say, because it can't get worse. We'll see you in a bit. If we don't have enough sunshine on this beautiful Tuesday in Sault Ste. Marie, look who came to visit me in my studio.
Yeah.
Christina Coutu is, well, you're just a lovely woman.
Thank you.
I'm so glad that we know each other outside of this interview.
Yes, I'm very blessed.
But I haven't spoken to you about your position now as the Executive Director at the Center for Social Justice and Good Works.
Yes.
How exciting.
Oh, it's amazing.
When did you start?
3 years actually.
Well, it's been a long time since Christina Coutu and I have had a conversation then.
Yeah, about this at least, yeah.
So you're coming up to your 3rd anniversary.
We are, yeah. Our incorporation birthday is July 26th.
How did it get started?
Well, years ago, a group of people from Precious Blood Cathedral, the church on Queen Street,
That was my great uncle, Monsignor Murphy, was the priest there for many years.
Beautiful. Well, it's Father Hamish now, and he's a wonderful guy.
He is.
Yeah, and him and some individuals from our community, such as Joe Ruscio and Frank Sarlo, Mariana Matteo, all these wonderful people that I'm surrounded with, had got together and they were discussing the fact that our community no longer has the religious organizations that used to do the good works projects, right? So
like the Good Samaritan kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Is that what you mean?
yeah, and also let's not forget that our major assets like education and our hospitals were run by nuns, right? So
the Grey Sisters.
Yes.
And the schools were the Basilian Fathers.
Yes. Yeah, the Basilian. Exactly. Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
that's where I went, St. Mary's.
Beautiful. Well, so we're really blessed with these people in our community because they knew that we needed an organization to spearhead some of these initiatives.
Right.
So that's how the center came along. And to be honest, when I was in my job interview, I didn't realize it was a job interview. I just thought I was going for lunch to help with some grant writing, and it just was very serendipitous. So.
No kidding.
Yeah. Yes. It was.
So
great.
did you sit down with all those guys like Joe and Frank?
No.
And
So originally I sat with Frank. Yeah, I met with Frank for lunch, and we had a meeting. And the more I heard about the project, the more I thought, well, this is kind of like something that I'd be really interested in. And then, sure enough, we got along really well. I was able to meet some of his other team.
Frank?
Yeah, we created the board, and here we are today, 3 years later.
And then actually, I just was in touch with Frank recently because of his book Houndtown.
Yes, yes.
And so I reached out to him and said, do you want to come and do a half-hour on point? And he said, can I talk about some other stuff too? And I know that this is near and dear to his heart, so of course I'll talk
Among
to him.
other things, he's involved in a lot of things, yes.
This is a guy who graduated from law school, was a very successful lawyer, and then decided to go back and get his PhD, and now he works, he was an author, and he's working on these social work projects, and Heart of Gold.
Yes.
Really led by his faith too.
Yeah,
you know?
he's a really good man, and everyone on the board is pretty phenomenal.
So you're in the old convent. This is what I think is very cool. So now we know how you got started in the position and how the job came along. When did you guys get the convent? Was that?
Well, we rent the convent.
Who owns it? Does
Precious Blood
Precious
Cathedral
Blood, so they own it.
Yeah, they acquired it. They purchased it from the nuns
from the
when
Grey
they left.
Sisters.
Yeah, from the sisters. And luckily for us, the original plans had the convent being torn down.
I know, that freaked me out.
I know, I think it did for a lot of people, and I said that I'd be wrapped around the banister saying no.
Did you take any lessons there? Did you ever go there when it was a convent?
I didn't, but you know, I heard lots of great stories from people that did. Some of our citizens in our community would tell me that they would come to the convent and take their lessons.
So many. Yeah. I think my mother actually took piano lessons there at one time.
Yeah,
and she's 87 now?
That piano is in there. 1894, it was born. So
it's still there. The same one, all the piano that all of us took lessons on in that little side room at the convent is still
I'll
there.
use that as a marketing piece. Come and check it out.
For sure. It's like it's like, come and see the piano, make a donation.
Yeah.
You should do that. You can charge to play the piano you learned on.
Yeah. Hey,
that's a fundraiser right there. Play us a. Ooh, I wonder if there's any famous musicians that could come in and play that graduated from the.
I'll leave that up to you to plan.
Okay, I'll be looking.
I got my hands full, but.
Yes, I think we're going to go to a commercial right now, and then we're going to come back. We're going to talk about all the stuff that you do at the Center for Social Justice and Good Work.
Yes, thank you.
But specifically about the I Love to Move program, which launches today.
Yes.
So stay with us. We'll be back with more Christina Coutu, our mornings with Luann and Tim right after this. We are back with Christina Coutu talking about the Center for Social Justice and Good Works. And I want to know, in the past 3 years then, have you had the convent that whole time, the whole 3 years?
Yes, we have.
Oh, okay. So what kinds of stuff have you been doing leading up to where we are today?
So the convent is where our head office is, but the I Love to Move program, which is our summer program, starts today.
Okay.
We have beautiful, wonderful community partners. Both school boards, the Huron Superior Board and the Algoma District Board, are partners of ours. We hold our Tuesday evening session at Queen Elizabeth School in the East End, and we hold our Thursday evening session at Holy Family in the West End.
Oh, so you get both ends of town, Tuesdays and Thursdays, Tuesday
Evenings.
East, Thursday West.
6 to 8 p.m.
And that's the I Love to Move. So
Yeah.
what happens when you go there?
So the I Love to Move program came about because we run a leadership training program, and all of our training programs have a project component to it. And it was identified in our community that some of the children are of the worst health in Ontario, and this is going back a few years now. So in order to offset some of those community statistics that were so startling to many of our partners, it came about that one of the projects from our leadership program would be a recreation program. We started doing just one, it was out of the tech a couple summers ago.
Okay.
And now we've grown throughout the school year. We do 4 programs in 4 areas of the city on Saturday mornings. And now in the summertime, we're going to be doing it in the evenings twice a week.
Is it the same program that you run in off season, when it's during the school year?
Yeah, so it's not.
Is it the I Love to Move 4 times a week?
Yeah,
Okay.
so the I Love to Move program throughout the school year is once a week, but in 4 areas.
Oh, I get you.
And in the summertime, we do it in 2 areas, 2 different times a week.
Okay.
In the evenings. The reason we offer it in the evenings is A, it's quite warm during the day to be playing and running around so much. And B, we found that there was a lot of need in the evenings. So not only the children needing to get out and get active and do some sports and get some snacks and things like that, but also families needed some time. And one of my favorites was when a mother said to me, "Wait, I can go to Walmart by myself?" And I said, "And you can get a coffee if you'd like." She was so excited. So what we're learning here is that this recreation program that we're running is really great for the children, but the volunteers are loving it, the parents are loving it, I love it. It's so great to see kids out there playing, so it's just a really fun time, and we encourage everyone to come out.
What's the turnout been like?
Well,
Oh wait, this is today. It starts today. Have you run this in previous summers though?
Yes, in previous summers.
How did it go last summer?
Last summer we had about 25 kids come every day, or every week that we ran it. Yeah, so
that's fantastic.
Yeah, so that's what we're shooting for again this year in both locations. So if we can get about 100 children involved this year, that's our goal.
And is this completely no charge?
Yeah, it's all free. We have wonderful partners. Canadian Tire Jumpstart has been very helpful. We've also been working with Sioux Police Services, so the YMCA is also a wonderful partner. So people have really stepped up and pitched in, and we have wonderful volunteers, so it's really come together nicely.
Even though it's the summertime, does the school board still keep their finger in the pie? Or?
Yeah, so we have our permits to use the schoolyards. We're doing it outside, of course, to get kids playing out there, and we're providing water and juice and snacks and t-shirts and sports, and in some cases they'll leave with a prize of some sort or a piece of equipment or something, but it's to encourage them to keep moving because there's a lot of screen time these days. We want to get kids outside and playing again. So
did you know that the World Health Organization has just labeled video gaming as an actual, could be a disease?
I know now.
Yeah, no, it's true. The World Health Organization, because people are getting so addicted to their video gaming that they're actually classifying it as a disorder.
Well, I believe that if you can learn how to text really fast, you can learn how to play guitar. So do that instead.
Oh, Christina!
Right? Muscle memory.
Nice. So what kinds of activities do they look forward to? What kinds of sports do you play? What kinds of games?
We have everything from soccer, we do baseball, we do giant Jenga, which the kids love.
I don't know what that is.
Well, it's just really large blocks that they stack, and we have teams that play that. So
Really?
we also have board games that we play there. We'll have water fights some days. Yeah, so it turns into a really fun event. We switch it up every week for the kids, so they're learning something new every week, but it's a lot about team skills, working together, and just building a good rapport with each other, helping kids reconnect, right? Screen time, you're disconnected.
You're by yourself, you're disconnected.
Even if you're playing with somebody else, one-on-one is what you really need. So.
Wow. I know I mentioned before that I've seen some pictures of birthday parties or something, or sleepovers, and you'll see the girls all sitting there, and all they're doing is sitting on their phones. They're all together in the same room, but none of them are talking to each other.
I know, yes, that is the way of the world, it seems.
A real disconnect.
Yeah.
And so now when, sorry, do you do this rain or shine?
Well, it depends on the rain. Obviously, if it's going to be thundering lightning, no. If it's a small drizzle, then we still go. And I mean, sometimes it's fun to play in the rain, as long as it's safe. But we will let everybody know via our website, and we also send out email blasts if it is canceled. But as of right now, we're running for the 9 weeks, all of July, all of August, Tuesdays and Thursdays.
What about, you mentioned the volunteers love it. Is this volunteer led? Are these people who are playing the games and leading the sports and in the leadership, are they volunteer? Yes?
Most of them are. We have a few that are paid staff. We're blessed with summer students this year. So it gives them a great, we have some really great high school kids coming in, and it gives them more of an opportunity employment-wise, something to put on the resume. But 90% of our people that are helping out are volunteers.
If by chance there were a student out there who didn't get the summer job, but who wants to get community hours, can you give community hours towards graduation for students?
Yes, absolutely we do. And it's a really fun experience. They also learn about event planning because, it does
the kids
take some...
do?
Yeah, because
the volunteers do?
Right, because it takes some logistical planning to get these projects off the ground. And, we really teach about the importance of every little job, every little task, and how everything that a volunteer does is appreciated and loved, and we couldn't do without them. So we encourage anybody who's interested to contact the center.
Another area where you might do well is, I love the intergenerational thing. So if there's any seniors out there who are fit,
absolutely,
who are able to
we have other tasks as well. It doesn't have to only be playing the
So it doesn't have to be physical?
No.
Well, just the planning.
Yeah, the planning. We also have our registration table. We provide snacks. We provide juice, water, things like that. We need people to help us distribute that, clean up after.
So we could connect you with some seniors and have them come out and help them. Because there's nothing I love more than seeing seniors playing with kids.
And then they can ask the kids how to fix their electronics while they're
there. You go, win-win.
Yeah.
If people want to get involved, Christina, what's the best way to contact you or the center?
The center's phone number is 705-450-4483.
Again,
705-450-4483.
Okay, you in the phone book?
Is there a phone book?
I don't know, but if not, we could always Google.
We are. We are.
And you could Google too, the Center for Social Justice.
We come up right away.
Okay, and what about, do you have websites or anything like that?
Yeah, Center, CENTRESJGW.com. So that's our acronym. Center, SJGW.
Social Justice. Okay, gotcha. Good work.
Yeah.
Or just Google it.
Yes, just Google it.
And you'll come up.
Yeah.
Or call me and I'll send you to Christina.
Yeah. On Facebook.
Listen, good luck with the launch. This is Tuesday, the first.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Please.
2 months coming up. Name the schools again.
So Queen Elizabeth on Tuesdays and Holy Family on Thursdays, 6 to 8 p.m.
6 to 8 p.m. There you go. Thanks so much to Christina Coutu and the Center for Social Justice and Good Works.
Thank you.
Say hi to Frank for me.
I will.
And we'll be back with more Mornings with Luann and Tim right after this. We got the news coming up now.
We're not done with the heat yet. A strong cold front ushered in cooler and less humid air yesterday, even if it was barely noticeable. But high heat and humidity is back for today. Daytime temperatures will again be near 30 degrees with humidex values in the mid-30s. Low temperatures overnight will be in the high teens to low 20s, providing little relief actually from the heat. Just like on the weekend, temperatures near the lake shores will be cooler. Another cool down is expected by Friday with the passage of another cold front. OPP are investigating 2 apparent drowning deaths and the near drowning of a child over the long holiday weekend. Yesterday afternoon, a man was found unresponsive in the water at a campground north of Woodstock. The unidentified man was without vital signs by the time emergency responders arrived, and he was pronounced dead in a local hospital. The body of a second man believed to have drowned was recovered yesterday from the Sturgeon River in the municipality of West Nipissing. Provincial police there say the unidentified 57-year-old man was sitting on a chair on a wooden raft on Sunday when the chair broke and he fell into the river. Also yesterday, a 13-year-old girl was found unconscious in a small lake northwest of Stratford. Emergency responders were able to resuscitate her before she was taken to hospital in life-threatening condition. Another child, this time a 4-year-old in Montreal, is in hospital in critical condition after being found unconscious in a swimming pool. Authorities were called last evening just after 7 o'clock. Paramedics resuscitated the child before the youngster was taken to hospital. The chief of operations for the city's ambulance service says there was a lifeguard on duty and several other people on the scene at the time. The child's mother, by the way, was also taken to the hospital to be treated for shock. An OPP officer is in hospital with serious injuries after being hit by a vehicle on Highway 400. The officer was struck just before 1 this morning. It's believed the officer was conducting a traffic stop when the incident took place. The officer's name has not been released. There was no immediate word on whether the driver of the vehicle involved remained at the scene. Peel Region Police are appealing for witnesses and searching for suspects after 2 Brampton men, aged 28 and 32, were injured in a shooting yesterday afternoon. Residents in the area reported hearing 8 to 10 shots around 2 o'clock. One woman said that she was sitting on her balcony and saw a 4-door gray car parked across the street facing the wrong direction, then heard shots as soon as she went inside. A man said he was working on a car with his father when gunshots rang out. He said they went inside and saw a gray car speed by at about 100 kilometers an hour. Police said that both men were in stable condition with non-life-threatening injuries. The future of the North American Free Trade Agreement negotiations was injected with a new dose of uncertainty with the election of a new president in Mexico on Sunday. Following his overwhelming majority win in Mexico, President-elect Andrés Manuel López Obrador said he supports reaching a deal on renegotiating NAFTA with the United States and Canada. But the NAFTA talks have been stalled for several weeks now, and López Obrador enters the scene as Canada and the U.S. have become embroiled in a trade dispute. After the election, López Obrador said he'll propose that his own team of experts be included in the trade talks. The winning candidate said he will make that proposal in a meeting today with current President Enrique Peña Nieto. López Obrador said yesterday that he will respect the current team of negotiators and let them continue representing Mexico until he takes office December 1st. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has said he plans to stay in touch with the outgoing Mexican president, but hopes to work closely with the country's new president as well. But with Trump's inflammatory rhetoric, Canada's retaliatory tariffs against the U.S., and a leftist anti-establishment Mexican president about to join the fray, there are some who believe any North American Free Trade Agreement talks may be a long-term limbo.
Welcome back to Mornings with Luann and Tim. What's going on now? What did you find out for me? Got anything new?
Well, you know what? Carpool karaoke. Do you ever watch that?
Is that
James
what's
Corden?
Oh, the real one.
Yes.
I thought you meant the Sault Ste. Marie version.
No.
Because we have a Sault Ste. Marie version. Did you know that?
No.
Yes.
Of carpool karaoke?
Yes. But now I'm on the spot because I can't remember the guy's name, and I've done shows with him and everything. Leo Moore. It's Leo Moore.
Leo Moore.
Leo Moore does a local version, and I think it's kind of like a charity thing. I think they promote charities, and you can get in Leo's car, and he drives, and you sing, and it's all about the...
Really?
Yeah.
That sounds like a really fun time.
So what do you got with James
Well,
Corden?
LeBron James, James,
LeBron James
has moved now to LA. He's the basketball player. Big, tall guy.
Oh, okay, him. Yeah, sure.
Big, tall guy. So him and Ice Cube did carpool karaoke with James Corden. So Ice Cube and
LeBron James. Ice Cube is an actor.
And the rapper.
Is he the guy from
yes.
Law and Order?
Yes.
SVU?
Yes.
Ice-T.
Oh, that's Ice-T.
Oh,
I can't keep my ices straight.
as long as there's vodka in it, I don't care. Really. You know, just throw some vodka over anything.
LeBron James is a basketball player. What's he doing carpool karaoke?
Well,
I thought that was for music people.
Well, because he wants to be a musician. He wants
LeBron
to be
James
a big
does?
actor. Yeah, he wants. That's the rumor.
That's the next stage of his career?
Yes, because he's an awesome basketball player. So he's moved now to LA.
Huh.
So he's closer to Hollywood.
Oh, don't do that ever again. So that's where, old basketball players don't die, they just go to TV.
Yes, apparently. Well,
what
some
happens
of
to
them.
old TV stars? They just die.
They just die.
Yeah.
They just croak. And some more than others.
They go to reruns.
They go to reruns.
Don't die. They go to reruns.
Yeah. Do you like dolls? Scary dolls?
Well, I remember I am a ventriloquist. So I do have some scary puppets. They're not scary to me, but some people, they just get freaked out.
You know what? I hate clowns.
Well,
Do you have a clown?
I don't have any clown puppets.
Good.
That would be too freaky.
That's all. I hate clowns. Always have. My kids all hate
got a
clowns.
thing?
Clowns are stupid.
There was somewhere, where were we recently, that a clown came out and, oh, I know, we did Sue Sings for Kids, and they were all dressed like clowns, and some of them were scary looking.
Yeah.
And then after the number was over, I went to the front row and I said, does anybody have a fear of clowns? And this lady in the front row raised her hand like,
All white.
She was terrified
Yeah.
the whole time. We had to do a cleanup in aisle 2.
I bring it up because the new It movie, Chapter 2, it's called. Is
The
out
Stephen King with the
with the dog.
Oh!
I know, right?
Don't put that up there and not
Right?
warn me, Michael.
See, look at that.
I glanced over and I thought that was Luann for a moment. I
Oh,
was like,
well,
oh,
no, my hair is
honey,
better than that.
you
A
need
little
to-
bit better.
You
That
better-
guy's got a 5 head. I'm
You
just
better
saying.
call what's Ivana's and get your hair done again.
Yes, I better. Yeah,
That's
doesn't
too
that
much of
look
a back-
scary though?
Yeah, I don't.
And he's a murdering little sucker too.
So you know what? How old do you have to be to go and see this show? 19, 18?
I would say 48. Myself, I would. Nah. No.
Did you see the first one?
No, God no.
I'm waiting to it must be out now on pay-per-view.
Well, this is like 3 decades in the making, so I would say it's out on pay-per-view.
3 decades.
Chapter 2.
Oh.
Yes.
That's what they're saying, is 3 decades in the making?
Yes.
So in other words, it's like 30 years after the original?
Yes.
Ah,
And
okay.
he, of course, never dies. Right?
Bad guys never do.
No, they don't.
In my experience, Halloween, I watched him. I saw the original. He fell off the balcony, was shot, stabbed off the balcony. She goes
then
outside,
he
she
gets
looks down,
up.
Jamie Lee Curtis looks, and he's gone. This
know.
is what they do to you.
I know, it is. But with that hair,
The clown hair?
yeah, they had to bring him back.
Because
Just so we could see the hair.
again. Yeah.
You know.
And does he kill people differently? What's his name? Penny. Something Penny. Pennywise. Pennywise.
Oh, I thought it was Chucky. That's another one. That's a What?
No, see,
Why is
because
everybody laughing?
it is Letterkenny. No, Penny what? Pennywise.
Yeah, look at the boys don't laugh at you, they just laugh
No,
at
listen.
me.
And then the thing about Chucky is that the movies with Chucky in it,
It's the doll.
yeah, and they're actually named Chucky.
Pardon?
Isn't the first movie called
Child's Play.
Oh, it was called
But it's
Child's
Chucky.
Play. Bride of Chucky, and then the Return of Chucky. The doll's name
So
was
why
Chucky.
did you laugh when I said Chucky?
Because Chucky and It are different things.
Oh no, total. Yeah, just yeah. We should put them in the same movie together.
Just so you know,
Mike.
there's no one there. She's
Right
talking
on,
to
Mike.
absolutely no one. This
No,
is how
I'm just-
Luann is all day
yeah.
long. She's just like, you told me that.
The dog's called Chucky because the killer's name was
The
Charles.
dog.
Oh,
But we
okay.
can go to commercial anytime. Do you want to get us out of this?
Yeah.
before
Should we go to commercial
Well, you know what? The
anytime?
other thing is, if we're going to talk about movies, we should probably actually watch a trailer so I know what's going on.
Yeah, maybe.
And I should watch
too.
some basketball
Yes.
so I can know who LeBron James
Yeah,
is
look
now.
for the tall guy.
Wait till the next
This is
interview
Mornings on
comes
TV.
Well, now I got to talk to people from a race car thing, and I
Yes.
have no idea what. Okay, so
So this will be interesting.
you want to watch me make a fool of myself? Stay tuned. More with Luann and Tim. Who started this one, me or you?
You did.
Okay, you finish.
More on Mornings with Luann and Tim coming up.
It's Mornings with Luann and Tim, and hi, I'm Tim. This is Rob, Robert Hyman. Nice to meet you, Robert.
Nice to meet you, Tim.
And Jay, you say Houselander? Or?
Houselander.
Houselander's good? Okay, so they are here from, what's it called now, the Motorplex?
Superior Motorplex.
Superior Motorplex, formerly known as
Laird Raceway.
Laird Raceway. You've been around for a while, right, Rob?
Yeah.
How long you been driving? You're a driver.
Yep.
How long you been driving?
36 years.
36 years?
Yep.
You weren't even 16 when you started, were you?
I was 18.
Is there an age limit you have to be when you drive on a controlled track like that?
I think right now the youngest right now is Anthony Manarino, the age of 14 in the 4 cylinders.
Come on, 14 years old and he's racing? So you don't, because it's a track, it's a different event, it's a sport, you don't have to have your typical driver's
No,
license.
like
No.
Rob's raced against Dustin Jackson. When Dustin started in the Super Lates, he was 10 years old.
No, not super.
No,
Started
Super Late, no,
racing.
4 cylinders, sorry.
Yes, yeah.
Wait,
He just-
Dustin was how old when he started driving?
10 years old
10?
in the 4 cylinders.
Could he even see over the dashboard? Did he have to sit on cushions?
All he had, his seat was all blocked up. It was kind of funny, you should see him. His feet even touched the floor.
And was he a good driver at times?
Absolutely, yeah.
How is that possible? How do you learn at that age just from practice? Like, did you drive four-wheelers or something? Or?
Oh, I must have done
You
something
must
like
have done
that.
something.
Yeah.
How did you go? Did you just go right? What made you decide you wanted to try racing cars?
Actually, I started in a picture helping my brother-in-law when I was 13. I was helping him in the pits then.
In the pits?
Yeah. I was,
Like changing tires?
Yeah, exactly.
Is that what you do in the pits? You change tires?
Change tires, that's all you could help at that time. I didn't know much, but then I helped Rick Ellis, who's been racing forever.
Yeah?
Like, he's retired now, but maybe he might come out a couple times this year. But then 18, I wanted to race. I bought my own car.
What now? Where do you go to buy a car that you're going to race? Where do you find these things?
Well, I just found one at the track. I bought it off Nick Kozak. Actually, it was my first car. Bought it
Yeah?
off Nick Kozak. Yeah.
What kind of money do you spend on cars? Anywhere from what to what? Like what's a reasonable price one that you would think? Okay, that's fair.
Well, it depends what division you're in.
Oh.
There's, every division is different. The division I'm in is the most expensive one. So
What's your division called?
super late model.
Super late?
Yeah.
Does that mean like a newer car?
Some cars are new. Yeah.
Like what's late model? Like a late model Ford? Is that what you mean when you say late model? No.
Well, that's the way it's been called for years. It's kind of they're not street cars at all. They're, they're totally race. Right?
Right,
Like,
okay.
there's no parts that are actually off a street car. So,
Okay.
So
Super late, you're sitting I find from the dash to the roof is a lot lower compared to the others, so you're sitting like in a little cockpit.
I know the kinds you mean. those loud, roomy ones that go like really fast.
Exactly.
Yeah, you go really fast?
well, I tried to.
How fast can you go when you
Depends on the size. Like our track, I think we get close to 100 miles an hour.
miles
Yeah. So
on a
100
track?
Yeah, then you got to turn, go the other way.
You gotta
He
turn.
knows how to turn left quite well.
Yeah, that's all you can do is left-hand turns, eh? And so wait a second. How many? You said there's a lot of divisions.
Yeah, there's a super late model. There's they call it ABC division, which is a step below, and there's the mods. Modifieds are probably the faster of the two.
Yeah.
And then we got four cylinders.
Four
right?
cylinders.
Four-cylinder. Oh.
The four cylinders are, I say, more beginners. It's
Yeah.
just taking an older car
Yeah.
and converting it to race on the track.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, a lot of people learned in the four cylinders. It's good place, and some people they're a low cost alternative to racing.
So cost again, like what an average driver spend? Okay, look for your division
Spend on
on a car.
On a car, 20 to 50,000
To drive it, really?
to build a car.
To build it?
Yeah.
And then you
That's
just
a
drive
hobby.
it, and then you
20
drive it in a circle.
As a hobby.
That's an expensive hobby,
Yeah, so is
but you love it.
boating, right?
Well, now you got me
You got
there.
a boat there,
That's
you know, water,
true.
how much gas do you know?
That's true, but I don't drive my boat in a circle. So, well, actually, my sailboat, yes, because we don't know how to use it. It just goes around and around and around. We go, maybe we should sell this or take a lesson. Lessons, what about that? Are there people who mentor you to teach you how to drive, or do you just learn as you go? Like,
Some guys have gone way to driving school. A few
Yeah.
guys that you know of, but most of the part you just get out there and learn hard knocks.
So for over 30 years now, you must be kind of, did Laird Raceway go away for a couple of years?
Yes, 2015 was their last season.
Yeah, I thought
this
so.
year, yeah. And then 2016 and last year they were attempting, we were going to try to put a dirt surface on it, but it never panned out.
What is the surface now?
Pavement.
Pavement.
Yeah.
Ew. Is that what skids more? Doesn't dirt skid more?
Yeah, you'd slide more in dirt.
Is that scarier? More fun. It's more fun.
Well, it depends.
You've done it.
I've raced dirt before, like not much, but
What do you prefer?
asphalt. Definitely.
Asphalt?
Yeah, cars clean. You don't need a wash off.
Right.
I don't like that.
How long does a race go? Is it laps or
Yeah,
is it
laps.
time? Laps.
25 to 30. I've run 100 lap races and that.
You've
but
run
not-
100 lap races?
Yeah,
That's
down
what
in
I-
Michigan.
That's a long time to drive. You get hot in there or what?
Oh yeah.
I would imagine. How many pit stops for a race like that?
You don't pit stop. at
You
100.
don't?
No.
Unless there's a tire.
Yeah, I've done twin 75s where you do 75 laps.
Then
have a
stop.
stop on the track. They put the 2 tires on the other side.
Ooh. So now that it's back, when does the raceway open? Is it open yet?
We had one race.
Did you?
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, and then this Friday, July 6th, and we can talk about how many laps, they're doing specials where it's 25 lappers. So the modifieds, the super lates, and the ABC factory stocks will have their dashes, 4-car dashes. Then they go into their heats, and then they do their features. And the features will be, each division will have
So it's like a
25
little
laps.
elimination thing? Is that what it is? Like when you say
Or-
dash, it's a shorter run, and then eliminations is like you get to see who gets to go to the final? Is that how it
No,
works?
no,
no.
no, the dash is for the 4 fastest qualifying cars. You have a qualifying, and Dash is kind of just a trophy race.
Okay.
And then the features that's where they pay the most money, right? So the heat race, you kind of they're nice, but they kind of set you up for the feature. You
How many drivers do you average in a race? How many cars?
With it reopening, like you say, last week for the first or the last race, they had 25 cars, and then they also had eight bus races.
That's a lot of vehicles. That's great.
This week we're shooting for hopefully 30 plus of boat races.
Okay, I gotta take a quick break. When we come back, I want to talk to you a little bit more, Jay, about what's going on presently at the. Thank you for all the history and teaching me about racing. Like I said, I had no idea. In 36 years experience, thank you. But Jay, we'll talk a little bit more about what's going on now with the brand new. Tell me again, it's Superior Motorplex. Yes. Okay, formerly known as Laird Raceway, and they're open for the season. We'll be back to talk about more of the events and activities going on there this summer, right after this. So Superior Motocross is open for business. We're racing this summer, and Jay Houselander, tell me a little bit about what's coming up.
This Friday, July 6th, we're having a 25 lapper with the 3 different divisions.
All 3 divisions?
All 3 divisions.
All right.
There's going to be free camping Friday night.
What do you mean free camping? There's a campground.
No, you bring your trailer or your tent, and you sleep right in the pits overnight, and so you don't have to worry about having a few beers and driving home.
Come on, how much fun is that? You must have a party. Is it a party? You can say yeah.
You could, yeah.
Yeah, great. Okay, and what did you say about free for what?
And they say free camping, and then anybody over the age of 70 or under the age of 10 get in free, and then the grandstand's $15.
$15 for all those races?
Yep, to come in.
Is it a one-day event?
A one-day event. The pits open up at 4. The cars go on the track from 4 to 6 as practice, and then qualifying for the grandstands for people coming in is at 5:15.
Okay.
And 5:15, Rob, to about 10:30 usually, depending on the night.
Yeah.
Whoa!
10:30.
You get like 5 hours of races for how much? $15?
Yeah.
And only maybe a 15-minute, 20-minute intermission.
It's just non-stop. Like it's wow.
That's pretty well.
And in that 15 minutes, that's when you go get your food. You're gonna get your beverages.
Your beer.
Wait. So look, I call it when's the sleepover? On the Friday or the Saturday?
Friday night. So more or less.
You arrive on the Friday.
You arrive on Friday. You can arrive more or less on a Thursday if you want, if you're from out of town.
Okay.
But they come in Thursday. A lot of like the drivers, some of them have motorhomes, so they pull it in, and then after the race, instead of now with drinking and driving, you don't want to. So
absolutely.
You
Keep
can
it
climb
safe.
in the tent or climb in the motorhome after a few drinks, and you can leave Saturday to go home.
Oh, so the race is actually Friday.
Yep.
Okay, good. And then what other other activities at the raceway for like kids or anything?
For kids, like say Donnie Varco with Superior, he has like bowling, like just toys that are out in the field behind the stands, in front of the snack bar, so the kids can.
The little kids
It's like
can
getting a
play
little
and stuff.
antsy in the thing. And then every so many races, he also has the school buses, but he'll take them around the track every so often in a school bus just to get in the feel of what the track is for these guys.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Now, so how often do you guys race over the course of the summer?
Almost every 2 weeks. So it's usually Thursdays or usually Fridays. But unless there's an event going on with Laird Township, like the horses and that,
Horses?
they have to do it on Thursday.
What do you mean horses?
So they share the property with
Fairgrounds.
I gotta get out there sometime. I'm so ignorant about this whole area. How far away is that from Sault Ste. Marie?
Lake George. So
Oh, I know. I've driven by Lake George.
yeah, so it's about 20 minutes.
That's nothing.
Yeah.
Why haven't I gone there?
And so when you come, Donnie actually Varco, who has a car in '95 they call Lightning McQueen.
Yeah.
It has a 2-seater. So Tim, if you come and I'll get Donnie to do it, he'd be able to take you for around the track.
Oh my God! Can we get me like a camera that I wear on my head and I can go around the track and you're not gonna want to hear that.
Yeah, we'll have to censor
Have
it.
live video of you on there.
That'd be a hoot, you guys. A hoot. How Northern Ontario, man. That'd be a hoot. Okay, so listen. If people want more information, how do they find out more about the season?
On Facebook, Superior Motorplex Canada on Facebook. On Instagram, Superior Motorplex, or superiormotorplex.ca on the international web.
Okay, I'm totally coming out there. this is something I need to experience. And you know, my partner Keith would love, he loves cars and racing, and he likes those monster truck things, all that stuff. I don't know. Anyway.
You had a great time out there.
Well, you know what? I trust that.
Yeah.
Thanks, Rob.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jay. Nice to see you again. Thanks for joining us on Mornings with Luann and Tim, and we'll be back with more, including Luann, right after this message. Great.
Right on. Thanks.